Hi there everybody, Jason back again with another sort of unboxing, and today we're going to be looking at Metroid Samus Returns. Now this just came out today, and this is actually the special edition. It came with a Samus Archives music CD. Also like a little case with some extra stuff in there as well. But basically classic Metroid Returns. Blast your way through the dangerous planet of SR388 in this full reimagining of the Metroid 2 Return of Samus game. Because it's got new elements and timeless action, new abilities to enhance combat, and it's got Aeon abilities like Scan Pulse, Beam Burst, Lightning Armor, and Phase Drift and Melee Counter with free aim as well. And it also does some Amiibo functionality. First off, let's just get into this game. Let's see here. I do like the fact that it's actually got like a little bit of sparkle to the case. I'm finding that I really like Metroid. Sorry. The series is just really cool. So first off out of the box we have Metroid Samus Returns, the Samus Archive Sound Selection, with a cool picture of Samus adorning the back. Dude, Samus is legit cool. She is one badass bounty hunter. I was gonna say like a different word, but then I was like, nah. Nah, not gonna say it. But let's take a look. Oh, there we go. That's awesome. I like... Oh, and underneath is a Metroid. I like that logo. But anyway, it says basically that we have Metroid Other M results, Brinstar from Metroid, SR388 Underground from Metroid 2 Return of Samus, the theme of Samus from Samus Returns, Magmore Caverns, theme of Ridley, Lower Brinstar, Upper Brinstar, Criteria Surface, Sector 1, Metroid Prime. Oh dude, there's so much Metroid Prime music on here. But anyway, you can pause the screen if you want to see more. But moving on, we have the actual game itself. Again, it's got like a little bit, it's got a little bit of the sort of glowing, shiny highlights, with that really cool picture of Samus's ship, which is honestly like it looks different. But I'm wondering if it's just because we're seeing it from like a slightly different angle. Here's a big question. How do you get into these things? I try desperately to pry open a corner and somehow make it so I don't tear open the case. Okay. Oh, I see something cool. So, obviously game, but on the inside. Dude, how about that? Sinister planet threatens the galaxy. Space hunter Samus Aran returns to battle a planet crawling with evil creatures bent on universal domination. And it's bigger than ever sequel to the NES classic Metroid. Take control, guide Samus through cavernous corridors, ancient ruins, and alien traps. On the mysterious planet of the Metroids, you'll find artifacts of a lost civilization that grant amazing powers, cut through creatures in a buzzsaw blur, roll through hidden tunnels, and climb sheer walls. A battery backup allows you to save your progress as you fight to the heart of the planet and search for the merciless Metroid leaders. If you are a cunning explorer, you'll earn the best of several super endings. Enter this exciting Metroid sequel and experience the thrills of Game Boy like never before. It says this pack is for use with the Game Boy Compact Video Game System. And if you look, there's actually Metroid 2 Return of Samus, but down here in the logo it almost looks like it says Start 1. And it says SR388. That's interesting. It is actually legitimately interesting. I'm kind of very curious, but either way, I think oh god, that's actually really cool. Like that's a cool cool little hidden thing that I had no idea that they were going to do. Put this over here. Anyway, as a bonus for actually picking up this game, I ended up getting just a cool little Samus keychain. It's one of those little rubberized pixel art things for Metroid Samus Returns. But then the cool thing, the really cool thing, is this guy. So it does actually work with Amiibo, and with the release of this game, they actually released a new Samus and then also a Metroid Amiibo. So let's crack this open. After we take a look at the back, it says, use these Amiibo figures with Metroid Return of Samus to do the following. Unlock Aeon Reserve Tank, view artwork from the original Metroid 2, mark the position of the closest Metroid on your map, and challenge yourself with the fusion mode after beating the game. Which a lot of people are kind of talking about, or they were talking about it, because apparently this is the only way that you can actually access that mode, which a few people were kind of up in arms about because it seemed a little bit unfair because these Amiibo were going to be somewhat harder to find. Okay. I want to do the Metroid last, so we're going to look at Samus first. They actually have what looks like a new footplate for these guys. Just like most of the series, they have some sort of unique looking footplate. This one actually has that Metroid logo on there with the S. But anyway, taking a look at Samus, looks like the detail is pretty legit. I like the detail in the gun arm. And then also in the, God, the shoulders. So cool! A lot of detail in the back. That booty. I like the fact that it also doesn't have any sort of like plastic pillar to help support it. So it looks like this one was actually very well made in my mind. Dude, even like the detail here in the fingers. So freaking good. Samus. Dude, this is actually like really cool. Give me just a second. And as far as Samus Amiibos go, we basically have this one that they did for Super Smash Brothers. Oh, it's a bit dusty. Where like there is a decent amount of detail, but I feel like the level of detail and the actual build of this is just much better. And obviously I think they used like the sleeker version of Samus just to make it better. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of Fusion, but that's okay. And then we of course have Zero Suit Samus, which isn't really relative at this point in time, but seeing as we're going over Samus, let's just talk about both of the available forms. But anyway, that's Samus. It's a really cool pose, really cool Amiibo. Like it a lot. If that thing stood up, it'd be like twice as tall as the original Samus. But anyway, here's here's the one that I really wanted to look at. So this is, of course, the Metroid, and it looks like it's breaking out of the little containment canister that Samus had it in. Basically, like what I would imagine that she actually brought it to the scientists at the beginning of Super Metroid. And then you actually have the Metroid itself with a really cool, clear look to it. Now, part of the reason why I wanted to save this for last, and I'm like purposely not touching, is because I heard that this is Squish. Oh, it is indeed Squish. It's like surprisingly satisfying. It's got like a little squeak to it. But anyway, taking a look at the actual build of it, it looks pretty mean. Like, it definitely shows that it can actually do some damage. And it's like fully detailed all the way around it, which is definitely good. And of course, it doesn't have any sort of plastic sort of support pole. Everything that's there is what's holding this thing up. And that is fantastic in my mind. And I like this cracked effect that they have to the canister as well. Definitely good work. So there you go. Return of Samus, the game. Really cool case. Comes with a CD for the special edition, as well as a neat little reversible cover Easter egg for Return of Samus, the game. And then you have the Samus and the Metroid Amiibo. Anyway, let me know down below what you think, and are you going to pick up this game? I'm probably going to do a little bit of a gameplay video. It'll probably just be the intro, but just to take a quick look at what this game offers. But anyway, that's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.